Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're skipping the usual preamble because we've got to dive right into something incredibly urgent: the high stakes reality of financial anxiety. More importantly, we're going to talk about how to completely eliminate it. We're looking at the ultimate emergency fund blueprint and how to take you from absolute zero to true financial freedom. Right off the bat, I want to ask you a really direct question. Picture this: you wake up tomorrow, your car completely breaks down, and the mechanic hands you a repair bill for exactly $1,200. What do you do? If you're honest, gut reaction is, well, I'll just put it on a credit card and figure it out later. Hey, you are absolutely not alone. But you're about to see exactly what that quick decision mathematically costs you in the long run. And this right here is where we see the trap so clearly. Let's say you slap that $1,200 repair on a credit card at a typical 21% APR and you just make the minimum payments. Guess what? It's going to take you over 6 years to fully clear that balance. You'll end up paying over $800 in interest alone. That means you just paid $2,000 for a $1,200 car repair simply because you didn't have the cash on hand. We call this vicious, exhausting cycle the emergency fund tax. And the sheer scale of this problem across the country is staggering. Right now, 59% of Americans literally cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. Think about that. That means well over half the country is trapped paying this invisible tax over and over and over again on broken appliances, unexpected medical bills, and those random car repairs. But don't worry, the blueprint we're exploring today is going to show you exactly how to break that cycle, even if your bank account is at absolute zero right now. Okay, so first things first, we need a major mindset shift. Old school financial advice always tells you to immediately save 3 to 6 months of expenses. Depending on where you live, that could be a massive mountain of $15,000 to $30,000. Staring down a number that huge is exactly what causes most people to just throw their hands up and give up before they even start. So the new strategy? Completely ignore that 6-month rule for now. Do not even think about it. Your only focus today is reaching the $1,000 starter fund. Now you might be wondering, why $1,000 specifically? Because it builds a fantastic baseline defense against the most common everyday disasters. Think about it. A blown tire usually runs $150 to $300. A broken appliance is maybe $200 to $500. A surprise medical copay around $250 to $500. A $1,000 buffer handles these things without a single dime touching a credit card. And psychologically, it's a total game changer. It instantly eliminates that low-grade financial anxiety we all feel when our checking account is running on fumes. Before we get into exactly how to find this money, we absolutely have to talk about where this cash should live, because millions of Americans are making a huge mistake here. Traditional banks, your typical brick and mortar neighborhood branches, they pay absolute pennies. We're talking usually 0.01 to 0.10% APY. It's basically nothing. But high-yield savings accounts, or HYSAs, in 2026, they are paying 4 to 5% completely risk-free. Let me put the power of these high-yield accounts into perspective for you. If you have a $10,000 balance sitting in a 4.5% high-yield savings account, you earn $450 a year for doing absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. The bank is essentially paying you just to keep your emergency fund safe and accessible. So let's take a look at some of the top paying accounts for 2026. You've got Varo offering up to 5%, Axos Bank at 4.21%, and Newtek Bank at 4.20%. And honestly, options like SoFi, Wealthfront, and Marcus are also fantastic choices. The best part, every single one of these is FDIC insured up to $250,000. That means zero risk to your money, zero hidden fees, and you can still easily access your cash in just a few days if a real emergency strikes. But here is a brilliant psychological trick for this strategy. Name the account something deeply meaningful to you, like peace of mind or emergency only. We naturally protect accounts that have a specific purpose attached to them. And here's the golden rule. This account must live at a completely different bank than your everyday checking account. If it's just one quick tap away in your primary banking app on your phone, trust me, you are eventually going to spend it on takeout. Separation is the system. Section 2. 5 ways to save. Finding the money when your budget is tight. All right, let's launch into a rapid-fire action plan to actually find this money, because I promise you, these steps work even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Strategy 1 is the absolute most important step of the whole shebang. Automate it on payday. You want to set an automatic transfer from your checking account straight to your HYSA for the exact day your paycheck hits. Don't wait until the end of the month. The habit matters way more than the amount. Just 50 bucks a month equals $600 in a year. $100 a month, you hit that $1,000 goal in just 10 months. Doing it on payday guarantees the cash doesn't accidentally get spent. Strategy 2 is what we call the found money rule. Look, the average 2025 federal tax refund was over $3,000. Imagine the impact of taking 100% of any unexpected money like that and sending it straight to savings. By just depositing a tax refund, a work bonus, or even birthday cash directly into your HYSA, you could instantly complete your $1,000 starter fund in a single afternoon. Moving right along to strategy 3, the subscription audit. Here's the plan. Pull up your recent bank statements and hunt down those hidden recurring monthly subscriptions. It's crazy, but most American households have between $300 and $600 a month tied up in premium apps or streaming services they barely even use. If you cancel just 3 or 4 of these, you can redirect that exact cash to your savings. You're funding your emergency account without changing your day-to-day lifestyle one bit. Strategy 4 is a fun challenge, the no spend weekend. Try committing to 0 non-essential spending just once or twice a month. That means no dining out, no random impulse online shopping, just kicking back at home. By doing this, most people can easily free up 50 to 150 bucks a weekend to transfer straight into their high-yield savings. And strategy 5 is the roundup method. A lot of apps out there, like Acorns or even built-in features at your own bank, will invisibly round up your everyday purchases to the nearest dollar and slide the difference into savings. It seems tiny, but it can actually add hundreds of dollars to your fund over the course of a year. And the best part is, you genuinely don't even feel it leaving your checking account. Okay, so you've built the fund. Now we need to talk about the number one reason people accidentally drain their savings early. You have to clearly define what an emergency actually is right now. A true emergency is sudden and disastrous. We're talking a job loss, a major car repair that keeps you from getting to work, a leaking roof, or an urgent vet bill. What is not an emergency? Christmas, your annual car registration, a killer holiday sale, or a friend's destination wedding that you've known about for 6 months. You have to draw a hard line here. So you might be asking, how do we handle those big annual expenses without raiding our emergency cash? Well, you create what's called a sinking fund. This is a separate account just for predictable, irregular expenses. You take the total annual cost of something, let's say your car registration, divide it by 12, and automatically save that much every single month. With a sinking fund, December stops feeling like a massive financial crisis, and your actual emergency fund stays completely untouched. Section 3, the true goal, from starter fund to full security. Let's acknowledge the bigger picture for a second. That $1,000, that's just the starting block. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the average American household spends around $4,000 to $5,000 a month on bare essential expenses. That means the ultimate 6-month goal is $24,000 to $30,000. Yeah, I know, that sounds overwhelming, but do not let it panic you. There is an exact order of operations to follow here, known as the financial priority ladder. Step 1, fully fund that $1,000 starter fund. Step 2, aggressively pay off high-interest debt, like anything over 8 to 10% APR. Step 3, build out that full 3 to 6 month fund. And finally, step 4, invest. I literally cannot emphasize this enough. Without step 1, every tiny bump in the road just creates more credit card debt and instantly undoes all your hard work. I promise you, even a massive target like 30 grand is totally achievable if you just have steady, automated patience. Think about this. If you transfer just $200 a month into a 4.5% APY account, you'll hit $10,000 in just 48 months. It's consistent, it's totally automatic, and remember, the bank is paying you while you build that financial fortress. So the absolute most crucial point I want to leave you with today is this. Building an emergency fund, honestly, it's not exciting. It's not going to make you rich overnight, and it definitely doesn't give you that quick dopamine hit of buying something new. But here's what it actually is. Freedom. It is the literal freedom to walk away from a toxic job without panicking. It's the freedom to fix your car and get back to your life without having to beg to borrow money from anyone. As we wrap up this explainer, I've got a challenge for you. Make your very first transfer today, even if it's just 25 bucks, before your head hits the pillow tonight. Open that high-yield savings account, give it a name, and set up the automation. And hey, I want to hear from you. Where are you at right now? Is your emergency fund at 0, somewhere in the middle, or are you fully funded? Let me know down in the comments, and let's get you started on your journey to true financial freedom today.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं फिल्मोरा है ना।